So I'm going to download the Windows 11 build 26058. I'm going to click download here. So I logged in with a Microsoft account. And you want to scroll all the way down here. Click on Select Edition. So I'm going to select the Windows 11 Dev Channel Build 26058. Click Confirm. So I have to choose the language. I'll select English. Click Confirm. And I'll click on 64-bit download. So I'm going to click Save, and it's downloading. So I'm going to be using Rufus to create a bootable USB drive. I'm in the Rufus website. I'll download the Rufus exe file. So I have the Rufus exe file on the desktop as well as the Windows 11 ISO file. I'm going to open Rufus. So it's a 16 gigabyte USB drive. I'm going to click on Select, and I'm going to select the ISO file. The partition scheme, I'm going to leave it as GPT. The file system, I will leave it as NTFS. So here you can customize the Windows installation. You can check and uncheck any one of these. The first one is check to remove requirement for 4 gigabytes of RAM, secure boot, and TPM. The second one, remove requirement for an online Microsoft account and create a local user account. So the local user account is Fred. I'm going to leave everything as is. Click OK. I'll click OK again. It's going to wipe out everything from the USB drive, and it's creating the bootable USB drive. So the USB drive was created successfully. So now I'm going to boot up the Lenovo laptop with the USB drive. So I booted into BIOS. So this is the specs of the computer. It's a Lenovo laptop. So it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. This is the CPU type. It's an i7 Intel Core. Okay, so I'm going to reboot back the computer and boot from the USB drive. So I disabled secure boot. So I'm going to select the USB drive to boot from. So I'm going to select the language. It's English. Time and currency format is English, United States. I'm going to click Next. Keyboard layout is US. I'm going to click on Next. I would like to install Windows 11, and I'm going to agree here. I agree everything will be deleted, including files, apps, and settings. So this Lenovo laptop has a previous Windows installation. So I'm going to agree and delete everything. I'll click Next. I'll click Accept. So there's disk 0 and disk 1. So disk 1, it's the USB drive. So I'm going to select the hard drives here. And I'm going to delete the partitions. So the size of the hard drive is 500 megabytes. So I'm going to click Next. And it's ready to install. So I'm installing Windows 11 Pro, and I'm deleting everything from the hard drive. I'll click Install. And it's installing. Okay, I'm going to select yes for US keyboard here. I'll click on skip. So the laptop is connected to the internet by Ethernet cable. I'll click next. So it installed the LAN driver. So I'm going to type about. So the installed RAM is 16 gigs. It's Windows 11 Pro, and the version is 24H2. And this is the operating system build. Okay, I'm going to check the drivers if all the drivers were installed. I'll right-click this PC, click Show More Options, click on Manage, click on Device Manager. So the drivers are installing. So it's downloading all the drivers from the internet. So all the drivers were downloaded and installed. So I'll click on Run, and I'll type msinfo32. So these are the specs of the computer here. $16 GB of memory. So the size of the hard drive is 500 GB. So I'll click on Settings, click on Windows Update. I'll check for updates. So these are all updates. So here are some of the features. So this is a notepad file. So I'll just right-click the file. And I can say compress to, and I have all these options. Zip, 7Z, tar. There's additional options. And this is the compression method. These are the options. So I'll go to Settings. I'll click on System. I'll select for developers. And there's an added feature here, enable sudo. And this can be turned on. I'll click on the Start menu. So this is a new Outlook app icon. So also they improved the snap layout feature. This is how it looks. For example, I have Microsoft Edge open. I have the Settings app open. So to find out more information about the Windows 11 Insider Preview, and this is the build 26058, you can go to Microsoft blog site and you'll get a lot of information about the features in the new build. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I thank you for watching and I thank you for subscribing.